Hello and welcome to another Zack Carnage video. So today we're going to be painting up this Imotekh, the Stormlord figure. See, I've already primed him in black, Chaos Black, with the Games Workshop big spray can. You can see mine has a bit of a defect with the fingers around here. We're gonna try and ignore that, just focus on actually painting up this guy. Right, so first we'll grab the Necron compound and we're going to dry brush a bit of that over the figure. Just all of the main limbs, really. We'll do it in several layers. We'll start off with a very basic coat that just gets sort of dull metal in there. And then take up a step, get a bit more paint on the brush. We can start getting a bit more of that metal just all over the limbs. So we'll start off with this leg and then move on to the others. And I'll come back when I've done that. Right, so we finished with the Necron compound dry brush. Here's a quick look at it. What we're going to do now is take out our Bada Black Wash. Focus. Oh, whatever. And this sort of size brush with a fairly thick end to it. And we're just going to wash that over the armour. Try and get into all of those recesses, so the edges start to show off a little bit better. Although you shouldn't have too much of this to do because you've dry brushed it, obviously. So I'll finish doing the wash, let it dry, and come back when that's done. Okay, so the wash is basically done drying now, and what we're going to do is we're going to take my standard green set and start working on the cloak here. So we're going to have a transition all the way through the cloak. And we're going to start off with Dark Angel's green up here and start dry brushing through the different colours. We're going to go through Snot green, Goblin green, all the way up to Scorpion green with some final highlights along this edge. Right, so the cloak is now finished. You can see the nice sort of transition from the very dark black and Dark Angel's green all the way through to Scorpion green down here. So that's what it looks like. And don't forget to do the other side of it as well, so that you've got that nice transition on the inside, and keep it a bit darker for the bit hidden by the legs. And the next bit that we're going to do is we're going to take out our burnished gold, or you can use shining gold for this as well. Burnished gold. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to just go over the tops of the shoulders here, dry brushing that actually instead of painting it, just on both sides and a bit around the front of this sort of collar here, and also on the crown. And at that you can see I've done the spine already with that Necron compound, and the backs of the shoulders and this neck piece all are going to get done up in that nice burnished gold. Right, so the gold is now done, and I've actually added a bit to the tabard at the front as well, just because I think it fits in quite nicely. So you can see that on the top. Now this doesn't really, you can't really see the details too well. We're going to be picking those up later, but first we want to add a bit of shadows. So for that, what I do is I'm going to get my Devlin Mud Wash and do the same thing that we did with the Bada Black Wash, and just basically get a good amount on the brush and just dab it on there. And we're going to do that over all of the gold areas, and be back when that's done. Okay, so the wash is nearly dry now, and what I've done is I've added some extra details while it was still drying. I have I've put some scorpion green on the chest area here, a bit on the head, and down on the tabard I've put scab red on all the little dots. And what's going to happen is I'm going to re-go over that in blood red now. And where as soon as this wash finishes drying up, I'm going to start going with scorpion green over all the different runes on there, just to finish that up. Before I the last bit I'm going to do to the main body is I'm going to get the scorpion green out once more, put 2 little dots for the eyes, and paint this little orb in the headpiece with scorpion green as well. And that will be the main part of the body, and then we can start getting onto the weapons. Okay, so now we can work on the Gauntlet of Fire. This is very simple what we're going to do. Simply this little orb on the back here. We're going to give first a coat of goblin green and then a highlight of scorpion green. Same for the tube, which connects it to the arm. And that's all that we're going to do for the Gauntlet of Fire. Then we're going to start on the Staff of the Destroyer. What we'll do is we'll just begin by putting a Codex Grey dry brush along the main handle here. You can see I've already got a bit of Necron compound on from earlier, where I wanted it to be silver. So I'm going to do that and come back in a moment. Okay, so we're approaching the finishing stages of this model. You see I've done what I just said I would. I've also put some scorpion green dots on the knuckles, the finger, and now what we're going to do is we're going to get the goblin green, scorpion green, snot green, all of that. What we're going to do is the same thing that we did on the cloak, we're going to do in a miniature version on the top of the staff, on these bits at the side. Then for the orbs, we're going to give them both just small hits of goblin green, covering both orbs, and then we're going to highlight that with scorpion green. Okay, so to finish this model, well, here's a quick look at what the Staff of the Destroyer looks like at the moment. To finish it off, what we're going to do is there are little runes along the edge of it, at the top on the blade, and all we're going to do is we're just going to very gently paint on some burnished gold, and that will pretty much finish the model. Then I'll base it, and I'll give you a look at the finished production. Okay, so here we have the finished Imotekh the Stormlord mini. Hopefully you liked this painting tutorial. Just give you a quick look at the model again. Just the back. So don't forget to leave any comments of suggestions, or you know, if you're got any ideas about the paint scheme, anything you want to ask, just leave it as a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.